Good morning, friends. It is early on Saturday morning, and you can tell I just rolled out of bed. Actually, that's a lie. I just rolled off the couch. I could not sleep last night. I was so restless. I had this weird, I don't want to say pain because it wasn't a pain, this weird itch on the bottom of my, where my toe and the bottom of my foot meet, right smack in the middle toe. It was the weirdest thing. It wasn't a pain. It was like an itch, but it wasn't an itch. It was just weird. And it was bothering me so much last night, and I could not fall asleep. And I was tossing and turning. I would fall asleep, then I'd wake up. I'd fall asleep, and then I'd wake up. And Doug was snoring last night, and normally all I have to do is just give him a little shake, and he stops. Not a problem, because he does not snore very often. He's getting over that sinus infection, so it kind of sounded a little nasally. And, oh my gosh, he was not stopping. I also didn't want to shake him too hard. I mean, I probably could have, I don't know. But he was out like a light. So I decided to come downstairs, and I slept on the couch I did get about 2.5 hours sleep, so that was good. Scared the crap out of Doug when he woke up and I wasn't there this morning, but anyway, so he's getting ready. He's actually out taking care of the chickens right now for me, and he's going to get ready to go to school. Last night, I baked a banana bread coffee cake. I don't even want to know the points. It's got to be 20 points a slice, but it's not staying here. It's going to school with him this morning, so I'm just finishing that up. I have my piping bag to put the drizzle on. I'm going to arrange it on the tray. It's all sliced. I have to just put it in the little holders. Getting that done, and then I will probably work out and get my day started. So it's not going to be a very exciting weekend around here, hopefully. We don't have anything exciting planned, I should say. Andrew is away for the weekend. He is back down at the Mount visiting some underclassmen that he was friends with, so he's there for the long weekend. Adam is in New York at the Armory for a track meet. He is not in the track meet. It is championships. He did not qualify, but he was asked by his coach, as was Bella and a couple other kids, to go and cheer the team on because they are leaders on the team. They are great teammates, and they were chosen to go. So he's away for a couple days. So he's there. Doug has school today, like I said. We have Pinochle tonight at my brother's, so I'm going to make a peach cobbler to take for dessert. Tomorrow, we are having a day of rest. Doug and I already talked about it. We are just going to have a day of rest. It's going to be wonderful, I hope. And then Monday, we're heading out to Lancaster, so this is going to be a 3-day vlog because I'll take you to Lancaster with us. But that's it for now because I got to go and glaze this cake. I'll show you when it's done. Okay, there is the banana bread coffee cake. It is very, very dense and moist. I trimmed one of the pieces just a little bit so I could taste it because I don't like to send things without tasting. And it is very, very good, but oh my gosh, very decadent for sure. So I'm sure the guys will like this. I know somebody else, I usually do muffins, but I wasn't feeling it last night. I just wanted something, I don't know, in one pan, I guess. Somebody will bring bagels, somebody will bring donuts, so just something for them to munch on their Saturday school day. Okay, morning routine done, workout done, tea in hand. It's the most important part, right? And now I'm going to sit here and I'm going to update my website for the week with the menu and the recipes and all that stuff right on the website so you can find it all in one place. That's what I'm going to work on now. It is, my gosh, it's already 9:15. I haven't showered or anything yet because we're going to 5 o'clock mass today. So I'm going to wait until later in the afternoon and shower and wash my hair and everything right before church. So I really don't have anywhere to go. I need to go to the bank. I have not been to the bank physically in years. There's no reason for me to go to the bank. Everything's, Doug's paycheck is direct deposited. Same with me. My daycare money is just done electronically. And if we ever get a check, which is very rare, we upload it mobily. I have a check that needs to be uploaded. Tried to upload it, mobile upload yesterday, and it is not recognizing the date on the check. It keeps saying that there's no date found. There's a date on the check. It's just not picking it up. I tried like 10 times. I might try one more time today. But if it doesn't work, I'm going to have to actually go to the bank, or I'll send Andrew or Doug. Yeah, because I called the bank yesterday and I'm like, I already wrote for mobile deposit only on it and all, and now I'm probably going to have to come in. And she's like, it's not a problem. You just explain it to them, and then they look and make sure. They can look the check up and make sure it really wasn't deposited. I guess there's people that try to scam them like that. I don't know. So, yeah. I'm not doing it. I am, like I said, I'm going to work on my website, and I need to make a list. So, technically, we're still in Pantry Challenge. Honestly, we're going to Lancaster on Monday, and we don't, we only get there certain times. So I'm going to shop. I need some bulk goods. I need, oh my gosh, spices. Oh my gosh, I am like so low on spices. I have to do a big spice inventory. So I'm just going to get what I want to get. I think we've done pretty darn well with Pantry Challenge and not buying things. And like the other day I needed breadcrumbs. So I got some, I keep a bag of like bread ends that I use for like French toast casserole or whatever. Got those out, toasted those up, blitzed them in the food processor, and made breadcrumbs because I wasn't going to buy them because we're in Pantry Challenge. But I'm at the point now where I'm like, I don't want to say I'm over it because that sounds bad, but we're going to Lancaster. We go to these bulk goods stores, and I want to get some things that I can only get up there or that I can get cheapest up there. So that's what we're going to do. Once I'm done my website, I'll probably, what time is it, 9:15-ish? I'll probably think about some breakfast. I also need to make crackers, and I also need to bake bread today. If the bread doesn't get done today, it can get done tomorrow, but with Andrew back home, it's we go through more of it. A couple other things real quick. Today is Saturday, I told you that. It is my 4th year anniversary of my first video on YouTube. Yep. February 18th, 2019, I started my YouTube channel. So very exciting. I do love it. I get the question all the time, oh, are you ever going to do it full time? No, probably not. I don't want the pressure. I enjoy YouTube. I enjoy sharing my life with you. I enjoy sharing my journey with you. It has evolved over time. I mean, it was purely Weight Watchers, and now it's kind of become like a daily vlog, family vlog, lifestyle vlog, and I enjoy it. I enjoy sharing with you. I enjoy showing what we do and showing that you can do it too and things like that. Where was I going with? Oh, but if I had to do it full time, I think I would start resenting it a little bit, maybe. I don't know. Like worrying about, oh my gosh, I need content. I need creative content. I don't want to do the same thing over and over. And, does it make sense? I don't know. Maybe someday I will, but for now, I'm so happy just doing it as a hobby. It's a lot of fun. And that's about it. So I was hoping to hit 15,000 subscribers by today, but I'm like, I don't know, 80 short. So I'm a little bit bummed about that, but that's okay. Honestly, YouTube looks at your views and your likes and your comments more than your subscriber amount. There are some people, there are some channels who have 50,000 subscribers. My views are better than theirs because they have the subscribers. Their subscribers just don't watch. So it all comes down to that. Like if people are watching, if people are liking, if people are commenting. So while you're watching my videos, guys, if you could give me a thumbs up, if you could just leave me a comment, even if it's just a little emoji, just something, just some interaction, because that makes YouTube see, and they share my videos, recommend it for you more when I have more interaction. So anyway, that's that. What else? So yeah, so happy anniversary to my YouTube. Update on Andrew and Anne. Anne went back to Connecticut. They're missing each other, so I'm sure there's trips planned. We still actually have a bunch of Anne's stuff stored in our basement, so. Andrew has been applying for some non-teaching jobs. He's had a couple interviews. He had an offer that he turned down, was not right for him. He is also applying for his substitute certification. I think I mentioned that in Jersey, you have to have, not only do you have to have your 60 hours to be a sub, you have to have a substitute certification. I swear it's just a way to get more money out of you. This kid's been fingerprinted like 5 or 6 times. You know, he was fingerprinted for Maryland. He was fingerprinted for Pennsylvania. He was fingerprinted for teaching at a private school. He was fingerprinted for teaching at a public school in Maryland. It's just like crazy. So now he has to get fingerprinted. He had to get fingerprinted again for his sub certification. So that was like $63. The sub certification's $125. He had to have a TB test. That was another $70. It's like, oh my gosh. It's like crazy. So the TB test was done. The application submitted for the sub certification, and we're just waiting on the fingerprints to come back. And they said that takes about 2 weeks. Once that happens, I'm thinking there's going to be a lot of good opportunities for him to substitute. Now's the time to do that. You know, he's got 3 more years on our medical insurance. So take this time when you don't need a job that gives you benefits, where you can check out different schools, check out different grades, check out different districts, check out different types of schools, and see if see if any of them you love, see if any of them you don't love, see if you don't want to teach. Like, use this time to figure it out. Now, he must be a productive member of society. He's not going to lay in bed all day or play video games all day or do nothing all day. He needs to work. He needs to be a productive member of society. But he can do that while figuring things out too. So that's the plan. And then, who knows? One of these sub jobs could actually open up doors for him in September. So we'll see. He's got a lot of contacts. He knows a lot of people. He's loved by a lot of people. So hopefully things will work out. And on that note, he wanted me to tell you, thank you so much for all of the amazing comments and all of the prayers. He said he felt them during those stressful weeks. And all the cards that you sent him. Like, that was so sweet. Like, so sweet. So he says, thank you so much from the bottom of his heart. He would say it, but he's away for the weekend. He is, I think I mentioned that. Yes, I did earlier. He's down at his old college for the weekend. So he's like, Mom, I'm not going to be there to say thank you. Make sure you say thank you. So thank you from Andrew. And thank you from me and Doug for all of the Valentine's cards and things that you sent us. That was so incredibly sweet. You guys are just the sweetest. You're the sweetest. Okay, so that's that. I'm going to go work on my website. Should only take me I started it on Thursday, so it shouldn't take me too long. I would have done it last night, but we were finishing up our taxes last night. And we finished up our taxes, got those submitted. We watched Ghosts that we had. What else did we do? Oh, and we went out for ice cream. We did. We went down to our favorite homemade ice cream place. We did it because ever since we've been married, whenever we left the accountant after having our taxes done, we always went and got ice cream to celebrate, because we always got a refund, young, married, then have kids. And we always went out for ice cream to celebrate. So now it has become a thing. We file our taxes, we go out for ice cream. So we went to our favorite little homemade place. I got an extra small, and what was it called? I forget what it was called, but it was dulce de leche ice cream with coconut flakes. I don't know, and other stuff in it. It was delicious. It was really good. But an extra small was almost too big. It was really sweet. And Doug got some peanut butter thing that had all kind of stuff in it. He got an extra small too. So just enough to, actually a little too much, to be honest with you. I wish I had gotten a mini, because they have a mini. It's like this big. And I always used to get 2 minis. I'm going to go back to doing that. I'm going to go back to getting 2 minis instead of an extra small. So that way I can do 2 different kind of ice creams and it's just better. But anyway, I'm thinking out loud. So I'm going to go finish this so I can get some breakfast in me and start on the crackers. And I don't know. See. Oh, I have to make shirts. Friends of ours reached out and asked me if I could. She has a baby shower to go to. And the person the baby shower's for graduated from my kid's high school. And alumni is everything at that high school. Everything. So she wants me to make Gloucester Catholic baby shirts for the baby because the dad was a big football player and baseball player. So she bought the cutest little baseball jersey and a little onesie for the football one. So I'll show them to you when I'm done because they're probably going to be really adorable. So going to work on that. And Doug is at school until supposedly 11. They always run late on Saturdays. And when he comes home, I think we are going to start running the electric out to the, more electric out to the coop so we can put the coop cam inside. We have one outside where we can watch the chickens. And we also have one where we have another camera. We're going to put it inside so we can see inside the coop, not just in the run. Oh, yesterday we got record number of eggs. We got 15 eggs yesterday. So that was really exciting. We've never gotten 15. So ladies are doing well. Okay, really. I'm done now. Oh my gosh, 13 minutes. I'm so sorry. Yeah. Okay, let's get started on these sourdough crackers. I am doubling the recipe here, but we're just going to talk about single recipe ingredients. I have 2/3 of a cup of sourdough discard in my bowl. And to that, I'm going to add 3 tablespoons of olive oil and then 3/4 cup of unbleached all-purpose flour. You can use whole wheat flour. It turns out great. And then we're going to add a 1/4 teaspoon of kosher salt and a 1/4 teaspoon of baking soda. We're just going to mix that real well. And then it needs to sit for a span of 30 minutes to 2 hours. The longer it sits, the more it ferments. You know, the better the probiotics, but it can be as little as 30 minutes. That's fine. I am just going to keep it in this bowl, cover it, and let it sit on the counter until I am ready to roll it out and cut the crackers. Okay, it is 11 a.m. The cracker dough is resting. The bread dough is rising. And I am going to sit and have some brunch. And it is a big brunch today because I'm not going to eat again until about 7 o'clock tonight probably. I have 2 eggs. They're dippy eggs with a nice runny yolk. And I have those over 1 cup of potatoes. They were just frozen hash brown potatoes that I got from Azure a couple of months ago. I have 3 slices of Canadian bacon, and I have one of my homemade sourdough English muffins. I'll put all points and calories right on the screen for you. Okay, I'm going to get ready to make my crackers. It didn't ferment too long. I prefer it to ferment longer, but ain't nobody got time for that today. So I just have a little hunk of my dough, and I'm going to roll it out. I'm going to try to keep it in a rectangle as much as I can. I'm not great at rolling stuff out, I'm going to be honest with you. And we want it about a 1/4 inch thick. Last time I made them a little too thick, I think. You know, it's always a learning curve. I guess I should have turned this the other way on the pastry mat. You don't have to do this on a pastry mat. You can do it right on the counter. You know what? We're gonna cut this off. Just so I can roll it out a little thinner. And not go off the mat. And I'm sure I'm bumping the tripod, right? I'm going to get out my ruler and and check this. There are actual rolling pins you can buy that have like little things to put on the end to roll out your dough to certain thicknesses. I've heard mixed reviews on them, whether they work or not. And honestly, I love my mom. This is my mama's rolling pin, so that's what I love. Okay, yeah, these are super thin. Sometimes I use a pizza cutter, but my knife's here. So I am just going to cut these into cracker shapes, which could be any shape you want, honestly. And I think what I'm gonna do that I didn't do last time, I'm gonna prick them a little bit. Whoops, sorry about that. Because last time I had a few of them kind of bubble up and they look like little pillows. Maybe this will prevent that from happening, I don't know. It's always a experiment when you're making something. You learn from your mistakes. You do better the next time. That's all we can do. Okay, now I'm just gonna pick them up. They pick right up actually. And I'm just gonna lay them right on my baking sheet. Okay, some of these are really thin. I'm gonna have to watch. Yeah, the ones on the end I did too thin, but you know, it is what it is. Oh yeah, they're thin. These are gonna get done really quickly. So I'm just gonna lay them all out. And I have my oven at 425. Last time I did it at 400 and they weren't getting nice and brown for me. So I upped it to 425 to see what's gonna happen. And I'm gonna do them about 5 minutes and then I'm gonna check them and decide from there if they need to go a little bit longer. These are really thin, so I don't think they're gonna take very long at all. It said 1/2 to 1/4. These are about 1/8. So the next ones I will definitely make a little bit thicker. I think I was afraid because last time I told you I made a couple of them just way too thick. Like one pan I made way too thick. So it's a balancing act, but that's okay. I'll figure it out. Okay, I'm gonna go finish this, get them in the oven, and my timer just went off for my bread. That's done rising. I have to get that shaped for its second rise, but it can wait a few more minutes till I get this in the oven. Okay, there's the first tray of crackers out of the oven. I did forget to mention, before they go in the oven, you need to sprinkle them with salt. Unless you don't want salted crackers, then don't. But I think they need the salt. So there they are. Now just to get the other trays done and get the bread cooking. The bread's doing its second rise now. And then figure out what's next. Okay, it is a little chilly out here, but the sun is shining and I need some vitamin D. So I am going to come out and hang out with the girls for a little bit and help Doug in any way I can. You can see him back there. He is installing the Coop cam. We have one camera right here that we can see in the run and watch them, but now he's putting that camera right there inside the coop so we can see who's laying, who's causing issue, who's wreaking havoc, and that would be you, Mabel. This is our havoc wreaker. Mabel likes to wreak havoc. Mabel likes to peck. Mabel likes to be in everybody's business. Don't you, Mabes? So there's part of Doug working on installing the camera. He's going to install it right in this corner right here, and it'll point right towards the nesting boxes. So we'll be able to peek at them. Thank goodness my husband is handy, huh?
Yeah.
Or maybe you're not happy that you're handy.
No, I am. I enjoy doing this stuff.
I know, he's a tinkerer. Andrew's bummed because Andrew wanted to be here to work on this because Andrew likes to learn, you know, the same way that Doug learned at his father's side. But Andrew's having a good time this weekend. Houston, we have a problem. What's wrong, Doug? We don't have enough wire. Oops. He measured, but not sure what happened. So this project may be on hold. Okay, kitchen work officially done. I have a peach cobbler here. I have a full video on that I can link above and below. That's to take to Pinochle tonight. And to go with the peach cobbler, I have homemade vanilla ice cream. If I showed up at my brother's without this, he probably wouldn't let me in the door. 2 loaves of sandwich bread that'll get sliced down and put in the freezer for the next week or 2. My sourdough crackers. And then I started another jar of sprouts for the chickens. I'm going to try to start a jar every day for the next 5 days and just kind of keep it going in a rotation so they have sprouts every other day or every other day. So there's all my kitchen work for today. And now I'm going to go take a 20-minute siesta before I have to get ready to go to church. Bad vlogger moment. Haven't picked up the camera since we left for church, and now it's really dark. Let's see. Wait a minute. Here we go. That's better. Went to church, came home, got our act together, and went to my brother's to play Pinochle. Had a very good time. Had a very good dinner. He makes this thing called Green Goddess. It's chicken and peas and spinach and like a sauce, like a cheesy sauce. It's got cream cheese in it. It's very good. And noodles, very good. I had that. I made the peach cobbler, which is 4 points per serving, and I had a little bit of ice cream with it. Did not overeat at all. And we, like I said, we played Pinochle. I watched the track championships on my phone a bit while we were playing Pinochle, and right now, Adam's team is in, the men's team is in 2nd place. So hopefully, I don't know, maybe they can pull out a win at championships. I'm not sure. But I'm anxious to watch it again tomorrow, all the finals. It's on at 5 o'clock tomorrow, so we will be watching that. I could watch track and field all day. I love it. What else? Oh, it was Mary. The teams were Doug and Joey and me and Mary, and we each won 2 games. We don't like when we don't beat the boys. But anyway, it is so late now. It is 12:30, and I am heading to bed because, you know, I told you I did not sleep last night at all. So hopefully tonight I will. We are having a major day of rest tomorrow after we finish the camera in the coop. We really are just going to chill a lot tomorrow. So I will see you all in the morning. Good Sunday morning, my friends. It is a nice restful day here so far. We slept in a little bit, got up, piddled around, made some brunch. It is 11 o'clock, so we're calling it brunch. And I have pretty much the same exact breakfast as I did yesterday because I told Doug what I had and he said it sounded good, so I made it again. Except this time, instead of Canadian bacon, I have center cut bacon. So points and calories will be on the screen, and that's that. Okay, breakfast is all cleaned up, and I have a whole chicken. This is one of our home-raised chickens, thawing in a sink of cool water because I kind of forgot to take it out yesterday. I just need a bunch of chicken this week for a couple things, so I figured I would just thaw this, roast it, pick it clean, and use it for the chicken meat I need for later in the week. Now I'm going to go out and help Doug with the Coop project. I know I said it was going to be a day of rest today, and it is. I mean, we love working on projects together, especially homesteady-like projects, and we have a good time doing it, so it's really not like work. So we're going to get that finished up, and then we're going to sit our butts on the couch and continue our day of real rest. But for now, it's a lot of fun just doing projects together, and I like, you know, we like... Believe it or not, we like each other and we like doing stuff together. especially when it comes to doing like gardening and chickens and stuff like that. So I'll show you what we're doing because we pivoted and are going in a totally different direction on hooking up the camera. So anyway.
Okay, I need to run this wire through this tube. But to do that, you can't force it through, it just won't go, so I kind of draw it through with a string. So first I gotta draw the string through with a piece of cloth in the end, with a vacuum. And then tie the string to the wire and pull the wire through.
And why are you putting the wire in this plastic tube?
So I can just run it along the ground.
Bury it in the ground instead of...
Instead of running it on or around the outside of the coop.
Cool. And of course, while we're out working, we have the ladies out free ranging. Of course, there's one that's kind of still stuck in there because sometimes they're not the brightest bulbs in the bunch and they don't know how to get out the door. Oh, there she goes. She figured it out.
I tied a piece of cloth to the end of the string. I'm going to stick the cloth in the tube to sort of like grab something to suck against. And then I'll take my vacuum on the other end of the tube and suck the string through.
Is that going to be strong enough? The vacuum?
If it's not, then I have to get my shop vac. I'm hoping that one will do.
Okay. Let's see what happens. Whoa. That's pretty stinking cool. Oh, I'm all over the place. You can see that. No, I guess you can't see the string moving, but it is sucking it through just like it is supposed to do. That was bad camera work. I'm trying to hold two things at once here. Trust me, it's working.
Now we'll use the string to pull the wire through. Hopefully the string is strong enough it won't break the wire.
Eek. Break the wire? You mean just come on top?
Yeah.
Well, let's see what happens.
And here's the other end.
So there we go. We fished it right through. That was pretty stinking cool. Okay, while Doug is doing the work that requires skill, meaning hooking up an electrical junction box and wiring it, I'm doing the work that does not involve skill. And that is digging a trench and burying this. Okay, got it all buried. And now we have a visitor. She discovered I was back there, came back, and is having a blast getting all the worms I turned up. And Doug is inside the coop installing the camera right there. Things we do for our bougie chickens. Quite a stash of eggs in that box right there I need to collect. Okay, my friends, we are finally done outside. Took much longer than I expected. Much longer. Why don't I know that? Because everything takes us longer than we think. Actually, Doug's still out there. He's just kind of putting the finishing touches on everything, making sure everything works. And I think, I don't know where he is. He hooked up all the electric and all that. I came in to think about dinner and to check my chicken. The chicken is done. It is beautiful. It smells wonderful. And I thought, well, we could just have that for dinner. But I really want it for later this week. I want to make some chicken salad to take with us tomorrow. Because I think I'm going to pack food instead of going to a restaurant. Better on the pocketbook, better on the scale. So I need it for that. A family member had surgery on Friday, so I am taking them dinner later this week. I'm taking them dinner on Thursday, and I'm going to make a chicken pie. So I need chicken for the chicken pie. And just various stuff during the week. And then I'll use the carcass to make bone broth. So nothing's going to go to waste. So anyway, I came in to take that out of the oven, and then I started thinking about dinner. We're supposed to have what looks like a delicious dinner tonight, chicken Lombardi. Andrew really wants that. He thought it looked amazing. He's not here. He's still in Maryland. So I'm going to push that off to another night and possibly even next week. I will probably end up pushing it to next week because of Lent starting this week. Sorry, I was so thirsty. My mouth started sticking shut. So next Saturday, I told you I've been craving hot dogs. Next Saturday, we're supposed to have hot dogs. Well, we're not because we're having card night. Actually, we're playing poker, not Pinochle. at our house, and we all decided, all the card players decided we just want to have like pickies for dinner. So we're just going to make a bunch of different dips and apps. So we're having our hot dogs tonight. Pivoting. So I'll show you what I'm doing. I quickly made up a mac and cheese, and I halved my regular recipe because I don't need a huge vat of it. This will be enough for me and Doug for dinner and for Andrew tomorrow when he gets home, since we'll be out of town. And then we're going to have hot dogs. I got these, where did I get these? Through Azure. Thousand Hills, 100% grass-fed beef. There are, like, the ingredients are fantastic. It's just, I don't know if you can read that. Grass-fed beef, water, salt, mustard, pepper, paprika, and celery juice. That's it. There's no nitrates. There's nothing funky in them. So I'm excited about that. They are 120 calories and 5 points. So we're going to have that. We're going to have that. I have some homemade sauerkraut in the fridge, and I'll probably pull out a jar of pear sauce from the pantry. And I know 5 points is high for a hot dog when there are other varieties out there. I know there's like the Dietz & Watson Gourmet Light, and I think there's a Hebrew National maybe, that are all like 1 point, but you know me and ingredients. And this is nothing but beef and spices. And I feel better about that. And I would rather take, because I think the Dietz & Watson are 50 calories. I'd rather take the 120 calories and feel better about what I'm eating. But that's just me. And I think the Dietz & Watson are wonderful and a great resource for people that really want to watch their calories and their points and aren't able to fit something like this in. So great resources for everyone. But I'm excited to try these. Haven't tried them yet. I have some coming from Butcher Box next week. Because they were on a really good sale. So I'm excited to get those and just put those in the freezer, because summer will be here before we know it. And that's kind of hot dog season for me. But anyway, so that's what I'm going to do. I'm going to see if Doug, looks like he's cleaning up. So I'm going to get this macaroni and cheese in the oven so it can bake. And let the chicken cool so I can shred that down. And that's about it. So I'll be back to show you my plate. Okay, sitting down to dinner, I have a little bit of mac and cheese, hot dog on a bun, homemade sauerkraut, and homemade pear sauce. I will put points and calories on the screen. And we are watching the track and field championships where Adam is. While we are eating our dinner. They are at the Armory in New York. There's the Mount women's team in 3rd place. And the Mount's men's team is in 2nd place. Hopefully they can pull it out today. Well, my friends, I am calling it a night. Here's a hot mess. I just did a workout, got changed. I'm going to hit the shower now. I just did a quick Tabata workout. Tabata is 4 different exercises. You do each one exercise 8 times for 1 minute with a 10-second rest between each set. So like I did jumping jacks. I did jumping jacks for a minute, 10-second rest. Jumping jacks for a minute, 10-second rest. 8 times. Then you get a 1 minute rest, and then I went on to push-ups. Same thing. Push-ups for a minute, 10-second rest, 8 times. And then I did air plunges, and then I did side jumps. So I'm done. Peeled off my sweaty clothes, and now I'm going to go jump in the shower and call it a night. Doug and I are just going to sit and read, or actually we're going to watch the track meet for the rest of the night. And probably read in between watching. I know what's going to happen. We're not going to read because we're going to be too intense on the track meet. So that's my plan. We're going to get up early tomorrow to leave for Lancaster, and I will bring you along. So this is going to be a 3-day weekend vlog. I will talk to you all in the morning. Good Monday morning, friends. We are getting ready to head out the door for our road trip. And this is my breakfast this morning. It is 1 cup of Kamut Puffs, which is 1 point. And then I have a 1/4 cup of my homemade granola, which is, I think, 5 points. And a 1/2 cup of 1% milk. So that is my breakfast this morning. I'm going to eat that, and we are going to hit the road. Okay, my friends, we are on the road later than we wanted to be. Shocking, because we kept forgetting stuff. But we are on the road. basically we're just heading out to go to a few bulk food stores today. We went through all the spices last night, and oh my gosh, we're out of so many. My list is pretty long, so we're gonna do that. I don't know, whatever the spirit moves us. I injured myself this morning, and it's killing me. It hurts. I don't know if you can, yeah. No, it's not a hickey. It's a curling iron burn, and it really is a curling iron burn. Oh, it hurts so bad. It's like just, I put some stuff on it, but some like colloidal silver, but it's still bothering me. It was a pretty bad burn, so glad I'm wearing a turtleneck today. What else? Anything to say?
Not really.
Not really?
Capitalist USA and all the ships at sea.
Are you looking for anything in particular today in Lancaster?
I don't think so.
No?
No.
Okay. He's easy.
Yeah. Nothing I need.
He just goes with the flow. But yeah, so basically I just want to, we need pork chops too. So if we get out to where the butcher is that I like, I'll grab some pork chops. If not, so be it. That's about it. So when we get there, I will show you around the stores that we go to. Okay, we are doing something a little bit different today. We are in the town of New Holland. There are a lot of cute little shops. I have to see what's open and what's not. There's a couple thrift stores right down there I want to hit. There's a Save More Groceries, but this is the place I wanted to come to. Oh, you can't see the sign. It is a community natural grocery store. So I want to check that out first, and then we're just going to walk over these 2 blocks and see what we can find. Okay, this is an old converted theater that is now a Save More Groceries. We're gonna go check that out, see what we can find in there. Looking at coffee, not surprising. Okay, our next foray is some antique and thrift stores. Mr. Peanut. They've got some very interesting items in here. Oh my. I just realized that there's a taxidermy business in here as well as an antique store. Hence all of the dead stuffed animals. Okay, I'm getting a little creeped out now. You know, if I see something with a rooster or chicken on it, I have to look at it. There's 4 of them. Oh no. Oh, it's a whole set of dishes. Let's see. Okay, the mugs alone are $25. So yeah, we won't be buying those. And I really don't want the dishes, so. It's a little pricey in here. It's kind of a thrift store / antique shop. And yet another bulk food store. I will get everything on my list at some point. I really will. This is my favorite of the bulk stores. It's just so neat and organized, and they always just have such a great variety, and their prices are really, really good. So this is definitely my favorite. May not be the biggest, but it's definitely up there. And who doesn't love the fact that they have cheese for days? Okay, we are at our final grocery stop. It's the store I always take you into, Shady Maple Market. But we're really hungry, so we are going to have some lunch. I packed us some chicken salad. So we have chicken salad and some of the sourdough crackers that I made the other day to eat with it. And we've got some hard-boiled eggs here, some cheese, and we also have some grapes for dessert. So that is what we are going to have for lunch, and I'm sure it's going to be delicious. Not only does it save us money, it also saves us a heck of a lot of calories. I will say I am extremely proud of us because we stayed right here pretty much in this section and the meat section. We did go past the bakery, and because, you know, it's Fashionat Day and today, tomorrow, oh my gosh, they have huge sales on all kinds of amazing looking donuts, and we looked and we said, no, don't need them, and we walked away. That was hard, my friends, because we're really going to be very careful during Lent and not eat a lot of sweets. I'm not saying we're not going to eat any, but we are really, really cutting down to like once a week, probably when we play Pinochle. So, yep, we said goodbye to the donuts. Thank goodness Doug was with me because he has much more willpower than I do. So we pretty much stayed produce and meat. Well, we are all done in Lancaster for the day. Holy mackerel. Yeah. So we are heading home. We need to get home, get changed, and get right to church because we have a viewing to go to tonight. So we got to get a move on that. We stopped at Wawa. Doug wanted a coffee, and I got a chai. It is 190 calories, I believe, and probably like 7 points, but only 190 calories. I'm not sure we're gonna have time to eat dinner tonight, so this may be dinner. Not sure what's gonna happen with that, but we'll figure it out. So we're certainly not gonna starve. So I will talk to you all a little bit later on to let you know if we eat dinner, and if not, to say good. We are home from the viewing, and it is late. We also had to stop and drop off a bunch of donations to my friend who works with Home of the Brave. You've seen us go there before. So we had to drop off a bunch of stuff for her for tomorrow, and now it is late. It is 7:30. We are calling it. We are done. I'm going to get all these groceries put away. I'm going to get my pajamas on and be done. So that was our weekend. You'll see all my grocery haul on Friday on my menu plan day. And that's it. So thank you so much for watching. Thank you so much for spending the weekend with me. I know it was kind of a weird weekend, but they all are lately. The next couple are going to be a little crazy too. So anyway, but my guy's home.
Hi.
My guy's home. He spent the weekend, I told you, in Maryland, having a good time visiting his friends. So that is it. I will catch you all in my next video.